So, yesterday was one of those classic comeback days on Wall Street where everything suddenly looked a little brighter. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday morning, November 26th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital, Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. U.S. stocks finished sharply higher yesterday as the rebound from earlier in the week picked up steam. Optimism grew that the Federal Reserve could actually move ahead with a rate cut next month, and that really set the tone across the major indexes. The Dow jumped more than 1.4%, adding over 600 points. The Standard & Poor's 500 climbed almost 1%, and the Nasdaq pushed about 0.7% higher. All three built on Monday's momentum, which had already kicked off this holiday-shortened trading week on a strong note. Tech was once again front and center. Alphabet extended its hot streak and hit another record high, while Apple also closed at a fresh all-time high. But it wasn't all green. Nvidia came under pressure after reports that Meta is considering spending billions on Google's artificial intelligence chips. That raised questions about Nvidia's dominance and pushed its shares down more than 3%, even as Alphabet edged closer to a $4 trillion market value. Investors kept one eye on the Fed, too. Markets are now pricing in more than an 80% chance of a quarter-point rate cut in December. Those expectations strengthened after comments from a Fed governor who signaled support for easing. We also finally got some shutdown-delayed economic data offering a snapshot of consumer spending and price trends. Retail sales rose in September, but not as much as expected. Producer prices increased 0.3% month over month, in line with forecasts but higher than the surprise drop in August. Year over year, producer inflation moved up to 2.7%. On the earnings side, Kohl's and Best Buy both delivered better than expected results. And just a reminder, U.S. markets will be closed tomorrow for Thanksgiving and will run a shortened schedule on Friday, closing at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.